thought we could kind of look around together. This cover is so cute. Imagine having a second chance with the one you never forgot. I just want to read everything.
Hi besties! If you're new here, my name's Lottie, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're doing a Barnes & Noble shopping vlog. Who's excited?
I am!
I'm here with Anders, this is my boyfriend. We woke up on this rainy Sunday morning, and we really wanted to just like stay in our PJs and stay at home all day, which would have been a great option. But I was like, you know, it's the weekend. We need to take advantage of our free will and like get out into the world and just take ourselves on a little outing, and then it'll be that much sweeter when we get back home. And can be cozy and then do nothing. So this is us getting out of the house today. We are at Barnes & Noble and we're just gonna shop around and look around.
I need to get a basket. I always start shopping around without a basket and then I'm like, wait, I'm gonna need a basket. I'm just so happy to be here. It's like the perfect vibes today. Rainy summer Sunday. Nothing could be better. I'm gonna try to talk to you guys directly as I'm shopping as much as I can. I feel like I get a little bit camera shy sometimes out in public, especially at Barnes & Noble. I really don't care about people judging me for filming. It's more so that like I don't want to disturb other people's shopping experience, I guess, if that makes sense, or make them self-conscious or worried about like being in the video by accident. So I'm gonna try to be mindful of that, but I also want to make it a fun video for you guys. Some of my favorite book shopping vlogs are ones where I feel like I'm like FaceTiming the person in the bookstore and we're just like hanging out, talking, looking at all the books together. So that's the goal today. I don't really have too much on my shopping list today. I just wanted to kind of browse around. If you see me walking around, I've got my Daunt Books tote bag from my last shopping vlog, which was in London. So if you missed that one, definitely check it out. It was super fun. But I thought it was perfect because it kind of matched my top today, which this top is from Madewell. It's just like a gingham linen tank top. And then I'm just wearing jeans with that. So that's my little outfit of the day. Okay, I thought it was safe sitting over here in this like business section because no one really comes over here. But then we had a shopper come through here and I was like, oh my God, I'm crashing out low-key. I'm not safe anywhere. It's very crowded today because it's a rainy Sunday and it's Barnes & Noble. So anyways, I brought my current read with me, which is Onyx Storm. I'm like, I don't know, 20% in. I might DNF it, you guys. I'm so sorry if you love the series. I'm not enjoying it so far. And I already picked out my August TBR. It's August 3rd today. And this is like left over from my July TBR. And I need to be making progress. I need to like finish this today. Like there's nothing I'd rather do less than finish this today, which just means like I think I need to probably DNF it. But I also am like curious about it. And I feel like a lot of people say it gets better after like the first 150 or 200 pages. But I'm just like, it shouldn't have to, like, I shouldn't have to read 200 pages for it to get better. And a lot of my friends who felt that way about the book, where like the beginning was kind of rough, but then it got better, they were just kind of like, yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to continue the series because like overall it was just kind of like an okay book. And that's just kind of how I'm feeling. I don't know. I feel like I have so many other books that I want to read, but I also kind of have FOMO. And I feel like this is just like swept to the nation and I want to get it, but I just kind of don't. This isn't a reading vlog, not the purpose of this video, but wanted to share. I did bring my current read with me. Guess I could have just found a copy of this here, but I thought it'd be fun to bring. So those I think are all my updates. Oh, in terms of book shopping, the only thing on my list is I definitely want to get a physical copy of 7 Days in June. That was my standout read from the month of July. So I really want to get a physical copy. So that's on my list. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We'll just see what sticks out to me, I guess. We'll see what grabs me and we'll just have fun shopping around. Also, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe down below and stick around so you don't miss a video from me. Okay, let's jump in. I've really been loving Litfic this year, even more than last year. So I'm excited to look through here and see if anything sticks out to me. I've heard good things about this one, All That Life Can Afford. Also, this one is narrated by Alex Fink, who, or I don't know if it's Fink or Finky, but she is one of my favorite new audiobook narrators. She narrated Promise Me Sunshine and Passion Project, and I just really love her narration. So this one caught my eye because she narrates this one. So I may just listen to it. I probably won't get it physically. I'll probably listen, and then if I love it, I'll get a trophy. But just wanted to call that one out. If you need a good audiobook, I think this one could be good. I don't know. Okay, I am looking through the Litfic shelf and there's so many that look good to me. I heard Abby talking about the Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club. This cover is so cute. I feel like it's too late in the summer for me to be adding more summer books to my TBR, but I am super interested in reading this one and maybe I'll read it next summer. I just want to put it in this vlog so I don't forget. I also think The Names was a book of the month pick. I've been seeing it more lately. Whenever the book of the month picks come out, I feel like I start seeing them everywhere. It says the extraordinary novel that asks, can a name change the course of a life? Interesting. Okay, I also am interested in The Road to Tender Hearts. This one's by Annie Hartnett. I've heard good things. I saw this in someone's TBR jar video and it just really caught my ear, I guess. A darkly comic and warm-hearted novel about an old man on a cross-country mission to reunite with his high school crush. If you like a road trip kind of novel, could be a fun one. Okay, also I'm interested in reading Shop Girls by Jessica Anya Blau. You guys have heard me talk about this one in my TBR jar videos. I have the audiobook of this, so I'm probably not going to pick up the physical copy today, but I wanted to talk to you about it for a second because this is from the same author who wrote Mary Jane, which that's one of my favorite books like of all time. And this book seems like interesting. Like, I don't know if I'd pick it up if not for the author. Like the premise isn't like super intriguing to me, but it's also not intriguing. It says a delightful and heartfelt novel of found family growing up and the best and worst of the 1980s set in San Francisco's most exclusive department store. So that seems super interesting to me. I don't know much about like what to expect with this, so it's on my list. Okay, another one that I've been seeing stuff about everywhere is Happy Wife by Meredith Lavender and Kendall Shores. This is a read with Jenna pick, and I think this might have been a book of the month one. I'm not sure. I think that this is a mystery thriller kind of one. It says a woman's picture perfect life is shattered when her husband goes missing in this twisty, unputdownable novel set in an ultra wealthy Florida community where looks can kill. I feel like this could be one of those like domestic drama kind of thrillers that I've decided that are really up my alley that I really like. So this one's definitely on my radar in terms of like a fast-paced, unputdownable kind of book that I might pick up in the next month or two. I'm tempted to get it today, but it feels kind of summery. So I'm like, if anyone's read this, let me know. Is it like super summery or could you kind of read it whenever? Okay, another one I heard Abby talk about. She listened to the audiobook of this one, I'm pretty sure. It's called Fun for the Whole Family by Jennifer E. Smith. And this one is high on my radar for Litfic right now. It says a breathtaking, joy-filled novel about the people we love, the secrets we keep, and the enduring power of family. It sounds good. I feel like this is one I might do on audiobook too, so I might listen first to see what I think, but another one on my radar. We have to stick to a budget today, guys. I can't just like buy everything, unfortunately. I wish I could. Okay, also The Compound. Everyone's obsessed with this book right now. This is by Aisling Rawl. I think this is a debut novel. It's basically been described as like Love Island meets Lord of the Flies. It's kind of like a dystopian reality television concept. I don't know if I'll read it. I've heard really, really mixed reviews. It says nothing to lose, everything to gain, winner takes all. I don't think I'm gonna get this one today, but I'm very intrigued by it. I could see myself reading it at some point because I love Love Island and reality TV and dystopian stuff. So it could be right up my alley, but I just don't know what to expect. Okay, guys, it's so crowded today. Found 2 more books that I'm interested in getting. We're gonna have to narrow things down at the end. I just kind of like add everything to my cart as I go and then we make some choices. But Pictures of You by Emma Gray. This is one that I almost got when I was at the beach in July. After reading the back, it honestly kind of reminds me of the plot of that Taylor Jenkins Reid book, One True Loves. It says, what would you do if you could start over? Imagine having a second chance with the one you never forgot. It's basically about this girl who should be grieving her dead husband, but since the car crash that claimed his life and landed her in the hospital, she can't remember him at all. And the only person who can help her piece her past back together is her high school best friend, Drew Kennedy. And she seems kind of confused about how she ended up in a life that couldn't be further from the one she dreamed of. It also kind of reminds me of like 13 going on 30 in that way. Like when Jenna and Maddie, you know, get together and she's like, how did I end up here? It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It sounds so good. This book also, I just like the way it feels. It feels different than some of the other books. I don't know how to explain that. I'm really interested in this one, all that to say. I also picked up The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. Definitely want to read The Women next. The Great Alone is on my list and I want to read more Kristen Hanna. So I picked this one up too. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what The Great Alone is. It's super popular. These are 2 more books that I've added to my cart. Okay, I'm in the romance section, so I thought we could kind of look around together. I've heard pretty good things about Savor It by Tara DeWitt. I think this is a new release from her, but I don't know if I need to read other books from Tara DeWitt before reading Savor It, because I think The Co-op is a pretty popular one too. Let me know if you've read any of her books, if you like her as an author, what you think of her, if you have a favorite book. I don't know much about Tara DeWitt, so I'm just like curious where I should start. Also, I've had my eye on Funny Feelings. Oh, this is also by Tara DeWitt. I didn't even realize that. So maybe this would be a good place to start. But it seems like it'd be a good like fall, winter read. It's like a moody, like the cover has rain. It seems like it'd be like kind of sad. I don't know. With Funny Feelings, I just think of the Funny Feelings song. Like there it is again, that funny feeling, that depressing TikTok song. Surprisingly, not that much is standing out to me in this section. Maybe I'm just like, I've had enough of my summer rom-coms. I just feel like they've been disappointing me lately. And I've been leaning for more like emotional character-driven stories. So I don't know. If you guys have like a 5-star romance that is kind of underrated, let me know, because I feel like I've been needing a good one. Marcellus, hi, I love you. She's mine. I always love looking through the page to screen table because sometimes I don't even know books are being made into like TV shows or movies, and it's fun to see what is coming next. I knew about People We Meet on Vacation. I want to reread this before the end of the year because that comes out in January. And I also really want to read Project Hail Mary this year. I haven't even watched the trailer yet because I've heard there's spoilers in it. So, okay, We Were Liars. I've heard like kind of bad things about the book, but people seem to love the TV show. But look at these sprayed edges. I think they're cute. I know that a lot of people don't like sprayed edges on paperbacks. I think it's fun. I kind of don't care. Should I read this for a vlog and then we could watch it together? Could be fun. I'm so excited for this TV show. I read this book last September, I think, and loved it. So it's gonna be great. The audiobook is great too. Sarah J. Maas table. This is the side of the table I'm not as familiar with. Should I go ahead and get Throne of Glass? Because I'm gonna read this in September. I have Assassin's Blade, but I don't have Throne of Glass. I need to find like the most pristine copy. Where's the best looking copy? Honestly, this one looks pretty good. Don't worry, I'll clean up my mess. Should I also get Crown of Midnight? I'm gonna read both of them in September. Once again, I want the one with the least amount of imperfections. You gotta dig. I'm not seeing many imperfections on any of these. Yeah, honestly, these all look good. Perhaps I'm being dramatic. I don't want to buy all of the Throne of Glass books at once because I think it's fun to get to go buy the next one when you're done with the one you finish. But I do want to go ahead and have them on the cart because I don't know if I'll be able to go book shopping between now and the end of August, and I want to have them on my cart when I film my September TBR video. So we're just buying a couple at a time though because I think it's more fun that way. This has been on my mental TBR for a really long time, but My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa, I don't know how to say this last name,
Thrilled to host Otessa Moshfegh.
But I've had this on my mental TBR, like I said, for a while. And I don't know, I'm just all of a sudden kind of interested in it. Like I'm turning 27 this month and I'm like, is this my time to read this? This one's in that same category as Bunny to me though, that like weird girl lit category. I thought it'd be fun to do a video reading only weird girl lit for a week or something like that. Let me know if you'd want to see that. But this book, basically, the back of the book is very enticing. It says, our narrator should be happy, shouldn't she? She's young, thin, pretty, a recent Columbia graduate, lives in an apartment on the Upper East Side, paid for, like the rest of her needs, by her inheritance. There's a hole in her heart, and it isn't just the loss of her parents or the way her Wall Street boyfriend treats her. It's the year 2000 in a city aglitter with wealth and possibility. What could be so terribly wrong? Anyways, this is just like, I don't know, I'm all of a sudden kind of interested in this, more so than I have been in the past. I think this is one that like maybe is better for people in their late 20s. Like I was super interested in this when I was like 23 and I'm like, I don't know if I would have understood it then, but maybe now, later in my 20s, I'm more interested in it. Who knows? This and Bunny are both on kind of my fall TBR, generally speaking, so it caught my eye out. Okay, let's go upstairs. I want to go look at YA, and that is up the escalator. Okay, so in July, I read The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes for the first time, and I thought it was just okay. And I'm really conflicted on if I want to continue the series, but they actually don't have the second book in the series, Killer Instinct, here. It goes from The Naturals to All In and Bad Blood. So I kind of want to take that as a sign that I shouldn't keep reading it. Like, look at this. It's literally like, Lottie, don't even worry about it, girl. But I really enjoyed the Inheritance Games series. I also read that like earlier in my reading journey. It could just be, you know, a timing thing. I don't know. I think I'm just like not that into the cold case stuff, and that's okay. That's just my taste and it's fine. I kind of forget that Twilight is YA. Anyone else? Guys, I just met a subscriber, Hadassah. So great to meet you if you're watching. It made my day that you said hi to me, and it's always so much fun to meet you guys. So that like made my day, made the whole vlog. I really want to read Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. A lot of people say this is a lot like Powerless. Well, Powerless is a lot like this. This came first. I don't really want to add another series to my TBR right now, but this is on my mental TBR for soon-ish. I do really want to read it. So much YA fantasy and science fiction. Another series on my mental TBR right now is Shatter Me. I'm pretty sure all of this is on Kindle Unlimited, so I just haven't been motivated to actually buy the physical copies, and then I don't read them. I do really want to read this series. I feel like it'd be good for winter though. It seems like, I don't know, the branding seems very winter to me. I just want to read everything. It's so hard. You know, like why do I have to go to work tomorrow? I just want to read. Okay, I'm kind of over it. I'm enjoying looking at all the books, but then I'm like, well, I can't buy all of these. I mean, it's fun to look, but I'm reaching my limit where I'm getting sad that I can't buy them all and that I will never have enough time to read all these books that I want to read. So, okay, guys, my last stop today, I am like kind of getting ready to go. You know, you just hit a point and you're like, all right, I'm ready to go home. The last stop though is the fantasy section. Again, I don't think I'm going to buy anything in here. Fantasy, like, I don't know. I need to get through my mental block with fantasy because it kind of overwhelms me sometimes. But the main fantasy books on my TBR right now, I'm reading Throne of Glass this fall, so we already got that. One Dark Window, but I'm kind of waiting for the special edition and I'm going to read it on Kindle Unlimited, but it's just fun to look around, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is fun.
I really want to read The Poppy War, but I got to read Babel first because
every time you say that book, you're Babel
or Babel. I have no idea. I feel like British people say it Babel and Americans say Babel. Babel is more posh, so maybe I should just go with Babel. Okay, what all? There's just like, I was just saying there's so many books and there's so little time, and it's just sometimes overwhelming because they all look good. Oh, bestie Jaime really likes this series. This is 5 Broken Blades. What is this series called though? I don't really know, and I'm not seeing the other books, but there's like 5 Broken Blades, and then the book 2 in the series is like 4 something, and then book 3 is 3, like it counts down. But look at these sprayed edges. Absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, I really want to read Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Should I get that? Or like where would you recommend I go next? If I've read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and Burial Bones in the Midnight Soil, like I feel like Vicious is the next step. Or is it A Darker Shade of Magic? Okay, wait, you're so far away. Let me bring you over. Oh, there's a box set. Okay, The Villain's Duology. So that's Vicious and Vengeful. What are these about? Or A Darker Shade of Magic? Which one? Let me know. Where do I go next? I'm not going to make a choice today. I'm going to wait for you guys to tell me what to do. That feels easier. Okay, besties. I think it's time to go. I'm feeling tired. It's all about knowing when to call it. And I think I'm going to call it. Okay, guys, we are leaving Barnes & Noble now. I will give you a haul of everything that I got when I get home. When I found Enders in the cafe, I was going through my cart trying to narrow things down, and I was very unsuccessful. I only axed one of the books that I had in the cart. So all that being said, we have a very successful haul to show you guys. So I'm excited to share that with you when I get home. Yeah, we're just gonna head back now and have a cozy rest of our rainy Sunday. So thanks for coming with me, and I will see you at home. Okay, so the first book that I picked up at Barnes today was 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This was my standout read of July, like I mentioned, and I needed a shelf trophy. I loved it so much. It's on Kindle Unlimited though. You can definitely read it any time of year, but I think it would be great to read in the summer too. So if you've been wanting to get to this is your sign to read it before summer's over. The basic plot of this book, it says 7 days to fall in love, 15 years to forget, and 7 days to get it all back again. This book is a second chance romance between Eva and Shane. They had this kind of like whirlwind connection for a week when they were in high school, and then they kind of went their separate ways and didn't speak for a while, and then they both became authors and started writing about each other in their work and became pretty successful, and they like knew that the other was writing about them, but they still weren't really talking. And then they're both at this like author event, convention, conference thing, and they run into each other and maybe start talking about what happened and why they haven't spoken. So you've got a then and now timeline. It definitely deals with more emotional, heavy things, but to me, it just made it more real. Highly recommend. I gave it 4.5 stars. Love, love, love. And I didn't pick this one up today. I already had it, but I've got A Love Song for Ricky Wilde on my TBR cart now. This is Tia Williams' other novel, and I'm so excited to get to this one. The plot is actually centered around like leap day. It all happens, I think, on a leap day. So part of me wants to wait, save it, and read it in like February. But at the same time, I loved 7 Days in June so much that I'm like, I don't know if I can wait to read A Love Song for Ricky Wilde until February. So we'll see. One of my favorite new books of the year, and can't wait to read more from this author. Okay, then I picked up Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. These are the next 2 books in the Throne of Glass series after Assassin's Blade. I'm gonna read Assassin's Blade in not too long, like probably in the next week or 2. And then I want to put Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight on my September TBR. So we're gonna have to find prompts that fit them for the TBR jar video. But I wanted to go ahead and have these and have them on my TBR cart so that if I need to like pre-film that video or anything, they would be there ready for me, ready to go. I honestly usually try not to pre-film those videos because I like to have as accurate of a representation of like how I did on the previous month's TBR included. So I may have been fine, but I didn't want to have to like panic order them last minute. I don't know the next time I'm going to go to a bookstore, and it's nice to just pick them up at Barnes too because they have a lot of options. Like they have a lot of stock. I can look through and make sure I can find a version that isn't like tattered or torn, like the best, the most pristine version. Always a must at Barnes. So anyway, I got those. Honestly, I don't even want to like read the back or read too much of what they're about. I think it'll be fun to go in more blind. So we're just gonna put those away. If you know, you know, but that's gonna be a fun fall read. So super excited. Then I picked up The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I need some more Kristen Hanna in my life, and I feel like I've been putting off the women. And so I think having 2 Kristen Hanna books on my TBR is gonna kind of force me to like, okay, pick one. Let's keep it going. I love her books. I gave it Firefly Lane 5 stars and The Nightingale 4.5. They're amazing, but they're also kind of draining. They pack an emotional punch to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a break for a second, which are my favorite kinds of books. I think sometimes they intimidate me because they're a little bit longer and I know that they're going to be like emotionally heavy. So sometimes with my TBR, it's like, I don't want to sign up for that, but I do end up being in the mood and I'm like, oh, I wish I had a Kristen Hanna on my TBR that I could start. But anyway, all that to say, I'm trying to do better about like not avoiding the books I'm excited for. I don't know what the psychology is behind that, but anyway, I picked up The Great Alone. I know that this is one of Katie Wittrick's 5-star reads that she actually almost picked for me in our book bestie swap. So Katie, if you're watching, I hope you're excited. I'm
I'm adding The Great Alone to my TBR. This is a historical fiction set in Alaska in the 70s. Okay, see, so this one comes after the Vietnam War. So I feel like I need to read the women next. So we started with The Nightingale, then I'm gonna go to the women, then The Great Alone. It's been on my mental TBR like all year, and I just want to keep my foot on the gas with my Kristen Hanna books. So I'm super excited to read that at some point. And then the last book that I picked up was actually Pictures of You by Emma Gray. I know I showed you guys this one earlier, so I don't need to say too much more about it. Okay, I'm realizing this author lives in Australia. So we've got an Australian author. So maybe this is like an Australian kind of publishing thing. Like that's why the book feels a little different. I don't know. I like it. All that to say. Those are the 5 books that I picked up at Barnes & Noble today. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today's book shopping vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed coming to Barnes & Noble with me on this cozy Sunday and just shopping around. Let me know what book or books are on your list that you want to buy next when you go book shopping next. I'm super curious what is on everyone's wish list. And if you made it this far in the video, comment down below with the coffee emoji so I can know who made it to the end. If you're new here, I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel down below so you don't miss a video from me. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you super soon in my next one. Bye everyone.